So this is a Cascade. I think it's pretty obvious. It's definitely based off of ACE a lot,
Yeah, I'm
except
doing
if you
something
put an
very
intake on it.
similar to this.
Yeah. Except this one has a pretty small intake. I don't really think there's a huge need for a huge intake this season, as most seasons you just want to either A, the field elements are big, or B, like with high stakes, the field elements were pretty big. But and then last year you wanted to get as many as you could at the same time. Well, this year you can only have one pin and one cup. You kind of have to be pretty intentional in the first place when you're intaking.
Yeah,
And seeing as like with the comps, you can literally see so much laying everywhere. If you have a big intake, you're gonna accidentally intake two at the same time. That's what I
yeah,
think with how big everything is. And I think the second it goes in your intake, it's possession. So if you are accidentally like two pins could be right next to each other and you could easily intake them, but this has enough room from this photo you can see. This is so that pins don't get stuck because one flatter side, one more inside. If you have it the other way, they can easily get stuck horizontally in there. Um, and then this is a very compact bot. I don't know what to. I didn't want it to be too wide, but I think I made it not wide enough because let me see. Right here, there's not a lot of room for the internals whatsoever. Like that's the brain, and pneumatics are gonna be a struggle to fit. And I have no idea where we'd put a battery right now. So that's got to be the number one problem. The other problem is I have no idea how to make a cascade lift, so I've kind of had to guess. So right here, right where this motor is the pulley, or like the thing that has string connected to it, which uses this as a pulley and then goes down to the bottom of the blue um, bar, which when this is lifted, it'll lift the blue bar up, and then there's going to be string connected to the bottom of this first black bar, and then the top of the blue has a pulley that goes to the bottom of the black bar down there, which in theory should lift them all up at the same time like a cascade.
yeah.
I don't know how a cascade works. I've just kind of guessed.
hmm No, no, that's like a
Mm.
very good design. I like this design a lot right now.
Yeah, definitely using a chain bar, which I did not know existed before Ace's video. I'm fairly new to designing bots because it's my third year, and my past 2 years were not the best whatsoever. First year, I did literally basically nothing. Our team was not very good. We basically did nothing. We were basically just a meme team with our team name being a meme, and then basically us just being a push bot meme, which I really regret. I liked high stakes, but and then second year pushback, I had a better team, but wasn't as motivated. The whole team wasn't really motivated. This year, I'm more motivated, and my whole team's more motivated, especially since it's most of our last year. So
That's
this is
great.
what we're pumping out, and we're deciding to spend more money this year because, well, um, we just want to make the best bot we can, which has a high likely chance that if our club says no to us using their kit metal, I'm just gonna rip the internals out and keep the bot. I'm just gonna rip the electronics out and then just say, "Here you go. I'm keeping the bot." Because
Oh.
because they can't take our parts. I've literally talked to them. They can't take the parts that I buy or our team buys. So yeah. And then these are just simple for sizing. Like this, I'm pretty sure is 18, so it barely fits vertically because of this and the aligner. And then that is the height of the middle of the toggle about. It's about right here. So this is the part where the toggle goes at an angle, so it has to hit that. It's a little close, but it should work. Worst case scenario, I just extend this to be a little longer and then move this a little in because of that. And then right here, you can't really see it, but that's 50 inches. It goes all the way up because I have to measure that. And I didn't mention it, but this orange plating is plastic, so that's important. Basically what my intake does is it intakes them and then it funnels them into a little area where the pins and cups will stand right up here, and it'll push them up as much as it can. This is why the intake is like this, so it can keep them vertical and just spit them out up. I don't know how we're gonna limit them from just falling out. I think we're just gonna keep them in this area until we use the chain bar, swap over. So basically, the idea behind this bot is it's Ace's bot with an intake, and instead of their claw being the way it is, ours is the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Um, their match loads are on this side, and their claw is open on this side, with them having like a wall on their claw on the inside. Ours is the opposite. The wall will be on this side because this side will be used for match loading. I also another reason why I didn't really care about our intake being small is I feel like match loads are going to be more important than picking up off the ground because picking up off the ground is going to be a mess.
Yeah.
From like
And
what you
we've
can
seen
see,
this
it's
from
literally a
plays.
mess.
Like, all you're gonna score is match loads, and that's all you need to score.
Yeah. And I think, and the reason why I run all omnis is if you have a good enough autonomous, and I think in theory we can fit odometry just barely underneath this. There's
I mean, you
just
don't
enough room
need it
for
that
fitting
much.
tracking. I mean, yeah, but it's really helpful for autonomous.
Yeah.
We're trying to do everything we can this year, fit every single little thing. So that's what we're doing. I obviously you can see like this isn't copied over here yet because I still have to do that, and
Mm-hmm.
there's still a few things. Um, I'd say I think what people need to make sure they're doing right now is that this is the right height because there's definitely the height for this is because I use the game manual for pretty much every single measurement and I use axles since Protobot has no game elements. I use axles and then tell what length I want them to be. So that I know exactly what size a game element is. That's how everything is measured is with axles, which takes a bit, but it works really well. At least hopefully. And that's how I literally measure everything. And it has pretty good CG with everything being shoved down. The only thing that's a little high up is obviously the chain bar and this, but that's just gonna be how it is. And I accidentally made it so that we can't really have quote unquote anti tips, but I think with how this is built, the structure, seeing as the wheels are in here and then
Mm-hmm.
this is out, I think that just functions enough as anti tips for now.
Yeah.
This is this is pretty good for protecting like literally our radio that is sitting right here. These side plates, which
Yeah.
are half
What's
for
the
looks,
idea
half to
behind
protect our
side
internals.
plates? He has a lot of side
I
plates.
okay. I like the look of I know why some teams are using them for pushback. For pushback, you could make them curved a little, which helped with parking. But I think mainly one of the big reasons is just they look really good. They just look good.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
look cool.
in a season where your bot needs to be very fast for toggle,
Yeah,
um,
that's why I'm running all omnis. But another part is because I don't want people hitting my radio. Last year, for pushback, we had our radio disconnect a few times. So don't want to have that happen again. Our club needs some new wires because it was actually a wire problem. One of our wires, literally the main wire that was having a problem was literally the one connecting to our radio.
huh.
So that was great. The worst connection on my bot is definitely this. It connects to this bar with a standoff and a L channel. I don't know if I have a good. Yeah, so L channel, standoff. It's not the best connection, but the only problem with it where it is it sticks out a little. I think a team would hit the plastic first, but also most teams have their bots inner, so I don't really see this getting too much damage, hopefully. But I don't know.
Interesting.
Overall, this design is what were you saying?
You wanna explain how you're gonna match load efficiently? Explain that a little bit more.
Oh yeah, so basically just like Ace, the chain bar goes like this, and then it goes on this side for match loading.
Oh,
Um,
I see.
these these will go above the walls because the toggles are slightly above the walls, so these are going to go above the walls. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll be able to match load completely fine and fast because instead of what some teams have to do by using their intake for match loading, we can just straight up use the claw and immediately grab and leave like aces, which we have to figure out the design for the claw because I've never built vertical claws are a little different, so I have to figure out how to build that, but
Yeah.
that's that's the main thing. And yeah, and the whole color scheme behind this, the only thing color coded on this spot right now is the orange. The whole reason behind the blue and black is because if you invert these colors, it becomes white and orange, which is my team's color scheme, which was really all I could think of.
Yeah.
And this is a 450 RPM drivetrain
Okay.
for extra speed. I think if you have an aligner and you have a good enough lift, you don't need to limit your drivetrain. I think if you have a good driver that can time things right. I'm a lot of things on my team. I'm the driver, design, build, social media. I do pretty much everything for my team other than programming and most of the building. But if you have an aligner that works, which obviously you have to test the aligner, and code that'll work for our chain bar, we think
Mhm.
we can match load effectively and then immediately score pretty fast, which is what
Yeah.
matters. You can't taking time for scoring is going to be bad. Like something I said even before people started catting and all these scrims, I thought, hey, if you have a really good autonomous, if you score a good amount on your autonomous, get that win, not win point, but if you get the bonus at all, if that's good enough, you can literally just go on the defensive the whole game and do pretty well, which I'm pretty sure I didn't see too many of the games, but I believe that's what a lot of teams are doing, just toggles and then defense, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're
Yeah.
pretty
If
spot on.
you
I do like that. You gotta make sure is Ian watching that because he would need to understand that because he's
yeah.
going for a pretty slow bot that can. It's a bot that can make
Mhm.
sure what color you're scoring 100%, but it's a slower
Yeah.
scoring, which like you're
I
only
think
really
it's
scoring
I think it's more
in that
efficient
point.
to just tell your drive just to have the driver work on that because this game is going to be either really slow or really fast. It depends on who you're up against, really.
Yeah.
If the
Well, you
game is
got a good
fast or
driver.
slow, it's not like pushback. It's really much on the driver. I don't know what's going on in these early scrims. I mean, there's not many bots that can score fast yet.
Well, it is
So
early season and it is Singapore,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
mesh
True.
mesh the two together, and that's
Oh yeah,
that's what it
yeah. Heck, my team has to figure out how to make something we've never seen in our lives. So,
is.
um,
Yeah.
yeah. Heck, nobody in my club ever does screw joints. So we have a lot of things on. Right now, our club is like our team on our club is doing so many things our club never does. We're doing screw joints on our bot. We're buying a lot. Most of our parts, other than our electronics, are gonna be bought by me. I actually just ordered like almost $200 worth of parts online for our bot. That's not even metal. That's like string, screws, because our club has zero shoulder screws. We have no shoulder screws in our entire
Wow.
club because our org only buys um Vex like first party parts. Other than zip ties and rubber bands, they only get first party. So we have to get all our third party. So I had to basically buy a lot of our stuff this year, and now I have to figure out if I have to buy our metal too for the anodizing, and I have to figure out where we're gonna flip and go to get it anodized, and a
Hmm.
lot of money stuff this year. It's awful, but it's nice at the same time. And at least
Yeah.
I have this cup and pin right here. That's all I've got though. Um, they changed the Vex gate manual, right? I think they
They
updated it.
they updated it today, correct?
I thought it was Thursday.
I
I
thought
thought I
today.
saw them change
Oh,
it Thursday.
it is the.
They changed
I'm getting my
Thursday.
days mixed up. I can't. Yes,
Did
you're
they
correct.
say I was kind of confused. Did they say SMC is allowed for this season are they just still banning it?
Yeah,
I didn't really
it's
see
allowed.
that. Okay, that's good because that's the only type of pneumatics I think will fit on the spot. From this photo, I think you can see why.
Yeah.
I think if you can make your bot smaller, you should. There should be
Yes.
the
Yes.
main issue with this bot that I made earlier was how big it was. This thing was scraping 18 by 18.
Wow.
Um and I feel like a good reverse forward. Oh, what the heck? Why is that? Oh, our logo.
Yes.
um
Yes.
I think I think a good Cascade could be a good reverse four bar this year. I don't
Yes.
know. I think so. And it also had a really bad aligner. There was a few things wrong with this bot, so this is definitely an upgrade. Which
Yeah, I
I
definitely
I
do like
I
the robot idea.
yeah,
That's kind
I
of
just have to copy it over.
yeah, it's kind of what we're doing. Similar idea to that.
Yeah. The cross bracing is a little interesting, but you have to fit it where you can. Like our cross bracing is currently this small. I think that's just a it's not it's actually just a 1 by whatever. I think 15. I think it's a 1 by 15. And then obviously the aligner, and then there's two C channels around here in the bot. Um, and that's mainly our cross bracing. Other than this bar, there's a C channel right here that connects this side all the way to the other side with these standoffs. But that's not the best cross bracing in the world. That was just a little extra, and it's good support for this entire system here. I honestly still don't know if I got it right when designing the. I don't know if I have a good angle. This area, the motor that retracts the string, because I didn't I think that's right. You connect it to a high strength uh um lock, and then tie it and then connect it. I'm hoping that's right. I'm hoping. But then again, we still have time to test it, but
Yeah. Okay,
I
so
think
the two things I'd recommend is get rid of the sled bracing unless like you need the weight for
mhm.
tillage, and do for in your at your aligner, do more of an aligner like Aces where it's like curved.
Yeah, I was looking at theirs.
Yeah, I feel like it's just more structurally there.
The
Uh,
other reason why there's the poly here is because it makes this is actually lower to the ground than the metal. So
oh,
it
okay,
keeps so the second it starts tipping, it immediately hits the plastic before it does anymore. So
interesting.
this is really close to the ground. I don't have a really good view of it because I didn't do the flat view, but it looks like it hits the ground before the wheels, but it's just like a few millimeters above the wheels. Which if you can have something really close to the ground, but the wheels are still hitting first, it's good
Yeah, yeah,
overall
okay. I
because
see the vision.
yeah. And then obviously this also provides protection to like because I don't want because here's the thing. If a bot has something that reaches in here and then touches the string right here, the entire cascade breaks,
Mm,
which is another thing. Like which is why it's so high up. It wouldn't be this high up if I wasn't concerned about it hitting this radio and this string because it sticks out a little. Because I didn't want to put it on the inside because obviously the chain bar is going to be there and it would do a lot of things. I feel like my team also just wouldn't want to deal with this because we're not super good builders, so we don't having it on the outside just makes it easier for them
yeah, no,
for building.
I see the vision a lot. There's a lot of weird robots that's just gonna go heavy offense
Oh
against
yeah,
defense, and yeah, you don't want to get that. That makes a lot of
our
sense.
autonomous is see the reason why we do all omni and 450 is because it's mainly for that autonomous. If you have a really good, because if you have a really good odometry, like if your bot knows where it is, you can slide during your autonomous. You can go pretty high power in autonomous. And with this design, you don't have to use the intake to get cups. You can just immediately grab them like how Ace does it. You can immediately grab them and then just move around immediately, which is really useful and overall better. The only problem is it's a little weird for preload because it's made for mainly having a cup and a pin, but it shouldn't be the worst. It's something that can be fixed later, obviously.
Hmm.
But when it this is really good because you can immediately go off your autonomous, grab like because there's standing cups already, which is really good for this. I think this is a bot type, which is one of the few that could do a solo win point if your code is like perfect.
Yeah,
But
solo's gonna be hard
I
this year
think there's
too.
gonna be maybe like 10 teams that can get a good solo autonomous maybe or win point.
Hmm.
I don't think there's gonna be a lot. You have to have a really good. You need odometry for it because you need to have good. because you need to correct yourself. If you don't correct yourself, if you don't have anything correcting your path, well, then you're gonna go off and it's just gonna fail. It's gonna fail immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, well, thanks for
Um,
showing me your design. So
yeah,
I like the idea a lot. We're doing something similar, but it looks great.
yeah. Thank you.